The World Cup is just over 1 year away, and the countries making up the 48 teams taking part are beginning to be confirmed. So let's take a look at the teams that are through so far and what players we are expecting to see make the trip to North America for the 2026 FIFA World Cup.
Hello and welcome to Football Now, here from the Al Bayt Stadium in Qatar. The recent international window saw the resumption of qualification matches for next year's FIFA World Cup, with 4 nations becoming the first to secure their place at the tournament. So let's take a deeper dive into who has qualified so far and what they did to get there.
A total of 206 teams from around the globe entered World Cup qualification to become one of the 45 nations to join the USA, Canada and Mexico at the 2026 FIFA World Cup. Japan were the runaway success in the Asian Confederation, securing qualification with 3 matches to spare, scoring 22 goals and conceding just 2.
Japan were the one consistent team in this group, and that's why you see such a disparity in Group C. Japan have always had their top players playing in Europe. That's nothing new. Having so much depth, even just looking at the striker position, you have like 6-7 options at the striker position playing in Europe. And so I think the depth of the player pool is something that we really hadn't seen from this national team in a really long time. In terms of the quality of players and the individual level that can really contribute at the national team level, this is the best we've seen them. You can look at it from a FIFA ranking perspective. Any way you shape it, this is the best Japanese national team we've had. They lost in penalties to Croatia in 22. They lost to Belgium up 2-0 in 2018. They've been oh so close. I do think this 26 World Cup, they'll get that first win in the knockouts. I think it's a really exciting time heading into the 2026 World Cup to see how well they can do.
Iran were the second AFC nation to book their place after a 2-2 draw with Uzbekistan guaranteed them a top 2 finish in Group A. With an unassailable lead atop the South American Confederation, current title holders Argentina will be looking to defend the trophy they won in Qatar in 2022. And finally, in the world's smallest confederation, New Zealand dominated the Oceania qualification tournament, scoring 29 goals and conceding just once in their 5 matches.
Yes, New Zealand breezed through the qualification process as expected. So, after their historic showing at their last World Cup back in 2010, where they were undefeated in all 3 of their games, can the All-Whites cause another shock at next year's tournament?
Yeah, I think it could be. I think it's certainly the best New Zealand team I've ever seen, man for man. Back at even the 2010 team, they did brilliantly to get to South Africa, and we all know the story of the undefeated campaign. But you fast forward to this team, they play in leagues, high leagues around the world. They are used to coming toe-to-toe with the kind of players they're going to be up against at the World Cup, and they are no longer just content to be at the World Cup. Chris Wood's been a real trailblazer for us, in the way that he's basically flying New Zealand's flag, and they'll absolutely back themselves, regardless of who they're playing, to win one of the games and to get a point in another one. So yeah, they'll be targeting progression. Participation, not enough anymore for this team.
Iran were the 3rd team to qualify in this window, but did so under a cloud of political turmoil, both on and off the pitch. Head coach Amir Galanoyi is reportedly under pressure to keep his job despite taking Iran to their 4th consecutive World Cup. And with further concerns about Iranian players and fans actually being able to attend the tournament, what does the future hold for Team Melli?
I think the main reason is, yes, Iran are getting the results, sure, but they're not playing up to the standard that they usually have. And we've seen Amir Galanoyi put in a team that has been the same team since 2014, really. And I think people are tired of the same players, of the same style of football. We're not playing up to our potential. And there's also lots of rumors coming out that apparently the players themselves aren't happy with how things are going. I think context matters a lot, especially again when it comes to a country like Iran, where we've mentioned there's turmoil, there's always something up with this national team. Endless drama.
Argentina were the final nation to secure their spot in this window, and they did it in style with an emphatic 4-1 win over fierce rivals Brazil. The performance was made all the more impressive by the fact they were missing their star man Lionel Messi, who was rested due to injury and fatigue. Messi will be 39 years old by the time the World Cup arrives, so could he miss out on making his 6th appearance at this tournament? And can Argentina really defend their title without him?
I think his official status now is he said, I'm just going to see how it goes. He could literally start tomorrow, but he's won the Copa America after the World Cup. He just seems to be having so much fun. Players like him only come around once every few decades, as we saw. That's how long it took. Like, it's just, there isn't going to be another player like him. You ask me, will he? I have no clue if he does and how will he play. Only time's going to tell what happens with this guy, because the story is so crazy at this point that it could get crazier, but it could also just drop off and be like, right, you had your moment. 2022 was it.
So 4 teams have booked their place at next year's World Cup, with another 41 to go. Let us know who you think will be joining them using the hashtag #FootballNowWorldCupQualification. That's all we've got time for though here this week. We'll see you next time. Bye for now.